Hey everyone, it's Tracy here. Today I'm making a card using some embossing paste and stamps. So I'm starting with the stencil from Simon Says Stamp. This is just the medium polka dot. And I'm going to do this on a piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock. I'm just using that as my base. And I'm just going to use some washi tape to adhere my stencil so it doesn't move while I'm putting the embossing paste on there. And then I'm also going to apply a strip kind of in the middle of the stencil, and that's because I only want my embossing paste to go that far up on my card base. And I'm using it's a thicker washi tape, and you can use masking tape or whatever just to adhere that down. And then I have the Wendy Vecchi white embossing paste, and I'm going to use this palette knife to just put a little bit on my craft sheet. And then I'm actually going to color it. I'm using the Barn Door Distress Ink Re-Inker, and I'm putting one drop onto there. I'd say start out with a little bit of color, and then you can always add more, just so that you don't get way over saturated. So I'm just mixing that up until it's all completely mixed up, and then I'm just going to apply it right onto my stencil. And you really don't need that much embossing paste at all either. I'd start with just a little bit, and then you can always add some more, just because you don't want to waste it and color a whole bunch that you're not going to use. And you can see I have some extra, and I just took a little container and put it in there so I can save it for later. I'm just gonna take off all of my washi tape pieces and then lift up the stencil, and then you have this really cool colored raised part on your card base. So I'm just gonna set that aside to dry and clean everything up. Alright, once it's dry, I'm going to stamp. This is the Alleyway Stamps Got It Covered stamp set, and there's the little apple, and I'm just stamping that on another piece of Coordination's 110-pound cardstock. And I'm going to use my Copics to color it in. I have two reds. This is R29 and R39, and I'm just starting with the R29 and coloring in the whole apple. And then I'll take the R39 and I'm just going to add a few touches around the edges of that, just so that it creates a little bit of depth and dimension to the apple. And then I'll go back over it with my R29. And then my two greens are YG63 and YG67. And then I'm going to color in the heart with a Y13 yellow marker. And then I'm just going to fussy cut that out, and I'm going to leave a little white border around the edge of it. So there is my apple. And then I had this die that I found in my stash from Lifestyle Crafts, and I just cut a little piece of that. And then I'm using this chevron ribbon from May Arts. And I'm cutting just a little slit so it's like a little banner towards the bottom. And then I'm going to use my ATG gun and just apply some adhesive to that. I would actually recommend using a wet adhesive because the tape wanted to keep coming off, but I couldn't find my Tombow glue at the time. And then I'm going to adhere that down on top of my ribbon. And then I'm going to use a pop dot to attach the apple. And then I'm going to use the Thanks Sentiment. It's from the same stamp set. And just stamp that in my black tuxedo ink, or tuxedo black memento ink. And then just to complete the card, I'm going to use some enamel dots from my mind's eye. I'm going to use some gray ones and yellow to match the yellow in the as the heart of the apple. Alright, and then that is my finished card. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye!